Hey everybody, want to see what I just got? Yep. Well, this is going to be RHINO'S new store. He moved around the corner and it's a work in progress, but everything looks really great. Just first time in, stopped in to get my spinner rack, and we're going to be doing more stuff here in the future. Home sweet home. Let's take a look. Here it is. That was always my favorite banner. This one is unique though because it's 5-sided. So it has the wholesome comics, entertaining. And then this is the 5th panel that I don't ever remember seeing, only in pictures, but it's Comics Merry-Go-Round. Then of course you have the best in comics and comics for all ages. This one's kind of like a bronzy brown, which is fitting because that's probably my favorite era. And it holds a lot of books. I had to do a little bit of work on it, and it's beautiful. It's kind of a grail for me, so it's fitting that it's the beginning of this, because the unboxing you're about to see is full of grails. Enjoy. Hello again, everybody.
We're back again.
It's time. This is going to be a very exciting box. We just opened it, so the panties are still on, John, so you'll get that enjoyment. And tell them what it is, Mike.
So this is a box. It is a express order. These books are $1,000 and up. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough books to fill an entire 25 order, but I do have 14. Yeah. And some might say that these are all grail books. So I guess we can think of this as more of a path to a grail, path to a key kind of a video.
To several grails. You know.
Okay. Oh, you're reading the books right now. I see that. So let me get the first one here out and ready. And since we don't have a lot, I left, as John would say, the panties are still on here. Thank you.
I just caught a glimpse of it. It's the Joker totem cover.
So I've had some comments in the past about, are you going to do some Golden Age? Yes, and this is the time for that.
First one out of the chute. It's a beaut.
Batman number 66. Yep. Now the thing with this book is...
What's going on back there?
Some cosplay.
Yeah, no, there's some pre-furry stuff going on.
There you go.
Anyway.
In this book, I sent you a photo. This has a little bit of like rodent chew on the top left corner, or right now. You turned it around. Very nice looking book with just a little bit of...
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. All right, you call it a 6.5.
Yeah, I called it a 6.5.
Let's see. The god's smiling down.
Yes, we'll start out with
nice.
a 6.5.
Excellent.
Right on.
That's a creepy looking
that
cover.
That is a creepy back cover.
The back cover is really creepy.
What are the faces we can get here? We got Mickey, we got Brer Rabbit, Bambi,
Wheaties.
Dumbo, and then Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer the cat.
That's a great idea. Genuine. What's funny is tonight on the Disney book. Who knew? Nice Spider-Man. Nice mix. That's a fun thing about this box too. These aren't ones we've seen very much.
No.
I know some of the boxes we do, they come back and it's a lot of the same books. But this one's this really great
tier,
color.
At this tier, a lot of these books you just don't really see that often. Spider-Man number 5. Now this is one of my books that I'm looking for, one of my grail books, but I want it in really high grade. I don't think this one's going to cut it.
You got 7.0.
I got a 7, but there's a spot.
Yeah.
There's a couple little stains up on the top.
We know how much they love water stains.
Yeah.
It's really great color.
12 cents on the back.
Yeah, 12 cents in the back. It's got an awesome spine. Pretty much no ticks.
Yeah, just a little bit of chipping. I mean, there's not a lot either.
Deep breath, deep breath. Survey says.
Okay, 6.5.
Not bad.
Yeah, probably that spot, that little stain right there is probably...
That little brown spot's what they didn't like. Otherwise, solid 7.0.
Yeah, it's a beauty book. For some, like I said, for some people, that's a key grail book right there.
It's an awesome book. A single-digit Spider-Man.
And this should warm the cockles of John's heart if he's watching. We got some early Ditko books here, so we're continuing with the Spider-Man. I think, yeah, we've got two Spider-Man in this box. So this is the second one.
It's a great cover.
Yeah. Number 6. First appearance of the Lizard.
7-0?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a 7. There's that chip on the lower back corner. So like down here in the lower corner of the spine, I mean, there's a couple of spine ticks, but
I could see this maybe being a 7.5.
yeah, so I'm thinking 7. 7.5.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? That yellow, we have these little yellow Post-it notes now. I left my blue ones at home. I can see through just barely when you held it up to the camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just transparent enough.
Well, it's good to have poor eyesight.
Okay, get your Depends out.
Uh-oh. It's a nice book. You know what? Lately, this book has been creeping up in price, too. I can remember the market, at least. I don't know about GPA, but just looking at Comic Link and eBay, this book was going for a lot less than it is now. And boy, this is really nice, Mike.
So this came from an original owner collection. The guy bought this off the rack, and I have 2 books in this box. So if you want to have us do a video on Path to a Key, it's a one-step path. I bought the book.
Bang. This is nice.
Yeah. Nice white cover. Very nice white cover.
This might be better than a 6.5.
I called it a 6.5. It could be a little bit better. Oh, it's a lowly 7.
Nice.
Oh, throw that garbage out of there.
That's a perfect
Daredevil
grade.
number 1, 7.0.
That's a great grade for that.
Yeah,
That's
get
right
that
where I
out.
like to collect.
Off-white to white pages. Yeah, not too shabby.
Really nice, especially because it spent its life in a closet.
Yeah. What I like about that one, bring that back up here for a minute. I like the Spider-Man, this front cover. This was like the pre-weight loss, kind of the chubby Ditko Spider-Man.
Yeah, he had the freshman 15.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's kind of chunky there. Okay. So this next book came from the same collection.
Too foggy now, so it's just like Wally on Leave
Yeah.
Beaver. Oh.
No, actually,
I remember
I take it back. No, this is not the book I thought it was. In just a minute, you'll see the book that came from that same.
This was the Heroes Con book, I think.
Yeah, this was a Heroes Con book. And which side is the sticky side? Technical difficulties. Okay, there we go.
This is a lot of people's Grail book.
Mm-hmm. You could argue that this is definitely a Grail book. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With everything that's going on with the movies, I think this is. There appears to be no ceiling on this book right now. It always was out there. We were talking a little bit before this. It was always a desirable book. It's just a great Silver Age book. 2 major characters. This trilogy story people still love to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It's got so much going for it. Then the cover's not great. I still like 49 better.
I gotta say that 49 is a better cover, but this is still like just a classic, great, fantastic.
It just has such a great sci-fi look too, with all the people on the rooftop looking, and just everyone's. I mean, they don't even notice the Fantastic Four standing amongst them. So whatever they're looking at is something that's out of control, crazy. So
yeah, I call this a 7.
I think it's all of
looks
that.
Slightly better, but I'll take a 7. Boom, 7.
Yep. I got a 6.5. So this is nice. Sweet. Knocking it out of the park. Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
This is a big boy here.
Oh yeah, like Daredevil number 1 is not a big boy. It's
not compared to this.
Okay, so again, this book came from the same original owner collection. The guy bought this off the rack. And there's a couple of books from that collection. This is one of them. Wow. FF number 5. Now, this is one of my personal grails. I will probably wind up keeping this copy. I've been looking for a nice mid-grade copy for years. I've got a couple of, lower grade ones I've come across, but this one might be a keeper.
Yep. Dr. Doom loves showing up in number 5s, doesn't he?
Yeah. And I think this is a 5, but I bought this book and I was really conservative because I didn't want to overpay for this. It's very easy to overpay.
I think it's at least a 5.5, maybe even higher.
Oh my God, it'd be a 6, I'd pass out.
There's the only thing I'm worried about would be these couple.
Yeah, those corner creases are not going to keep it. It's not going to be the 6s. I'm taking a 5.0.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Yeah.
A 5 and a 5. It's nice.
Yeah. Pair of nickels. Wow.
It's a beauty.
That's a nice book.
I think that's a keeper.
Yeah, that's a keeper. I think it's close.
No, that one's not going to get thrown in.
It's close enough. I'm gonna keep that book.
Another one. It's just shot after shot.
So
bombs.
Another Grail book for a lot of people.
This
Now-
one might get purchased on camera.
So this one right here was a CGC purple label book in a previous life. I think
what
it was
wrong with it? Wow, it's really white. How white
Yeah.
that back cover is.
It was a CGC 8.5. If you look on the front cover, I can point out. See that little smudge right there? That little void, that little black, or the gap in the black ink. There was a little bit of like color touch in there. So you can see what it looks like after that little bit. And that's all it was. That whole little small spot was why it was called a purple 8.5.
Really nice. And the only reason it's probably an 8.5 is that
Yeah.
color rub there.
There's a few color rubs in the
Color
top
rub there.
right and left corners.
And that's it. Other than that, that would be a 9.2. Because it's sharp. There's no staple indentations or anything. Well, let's see if you maintain. This is a CPR.
It was a purple 8.5.
Get those paddles ready. Here we come.
Boom! Okay,
that's great.
So half a point.
But
So the
it's
difference.
a nice, honest blue label.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and there it is. So there's a 0.5 bump. You can take a purple label 8.5,
Nice.
or if you don't want it,
I'm
you can
hoping
get
for
8.0
similar
blue label.
results from that Spider-Man that we had to get rid of the color touch. And if one's good,
2 is more expensive.
zing zing. And this one's not as white. You know, I'm surprised that had off-white to white pages. Seems like that book is always. This one's really nice too.
So that one's very sharp. No restoration, fortunately, but there's some little chips on the bottom front cover.
And the corners are both blunted. Not
Yeah.
badly.
I think it's about a 7.
Yeah, I could see that.
7.5.
Nice.
Okay.
That's amazing.
There you go. I got a 7.5 and an 8.0.
Beautiful.
Parrot giant size number 1s. Now, if only I could find somebody to buy these books.
Yes. Yeah, if only that was a desirable book.
So as people often ask, yes, all of these are for sale, except for the FF number 5. That one I finally found, I think, the book I want to keep.
Unless the price is right.
I looked long and hard for that book. Really long and hard.
For a 5.5, it's
Yeah.
really clean.
Let's put it this way. I'm responsible probably for the last, I don't know, 10 months. Every time one of those appeared on Comic Link or Heritage in like a 5 to a 6.0, 6.5 grade range, I'm responsible for pushing that price up. I bid one of them up to, I think it was 8,000 on Comic Link this year. Oh, wait, hold on.
This is a book that's really cooled off.
Yep.
Still
But
a
to
beauty,
some,
though.
it's a grail.
It's really nice.
To some, it's a grail.
Well, yeah, it's still one you'd want in your collection. It's got that kick-ass ad in the back.
Put your eye out with one of
Yeah.
those
Hot
birds.
Yep, guaranteed.
Shot right in the eye.
Oh yeah. Guaranteed.
Get a lawn jar in the other one.
It's really clean.
So this was a previous life CGC 6.0. So a very, very nice,
Another
clean
CPR.
book. CPR book.
Paddles are hot, still hot.
6.0. Now it's called. Oh, 7. Took a
Wow.
1 point bump.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's really clean.
And it just makes it into that grail status there with that 7.0 grade.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of 6.0s floating out there. Haven't looked at the census. That'd be fun sometimes if we had live census on.
Yeah, we can split screen it. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Show some real-time data.
Maybe.
Okay, so this book comes from the Closet Collection. It's a local collection that one of these guys that cleaned out houses, he discovered. I managed to buy a number of the books. A very sharp-looking copy. Silver Surfer number 4.
Now I noticed something this weekend. I have a copy of Fantasy Masterpiece 4, which came out in the 70s. It was reprints of all the Silver Surfer books. And really the only difference I noticed in it is the rainbow's gone.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a silver color.
Yeah.
It just he's standing on a spaceship or something. Funny, I never had noticed it before then. Boy, it's really nice.
Yeah, you can't
Really
find much
white.
wrong with this. Still, there's enough. I think I call it a 9.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of wear on the corners and very, very square. For once, the binding's very square in this book.
The top is really sharp. A lot of times you get that pucker across the top on a square binder.
Yeah.
This one does not have it. So 9.0, you might get a 9.2.
Oh, I wish it was
right
in
on.
there too.
Still.
Not too shabby for sitting in the closet for 30
No,
years.
same thing. Great deal. Oh, I think you and I have
just-
like between us, we have almost all the copies of this
I
book.
kind of cornered the market on this one. Now, yeah, I pulled a nick on this one, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a moment.
Really great colors. Tale of Suspense 52, first appearance of the Black Widow.
So as I was getting this book ready, I noticed there was some indentations on the front cover. If you take a look here, right on the circles.
Yep.
See the circles right there? So something heavy, and it was roughly the size of, like, I don't know, it's smaller than a penny, but there's
Like
a
a
couple
thumbtack.
of, yeah, like a thumbtack. There's a couple of round circles. And I thought, oh, this should be cleaned and pressed. I totally blanked on that. My short-term memory was shot, and I submitted it. So I called this a 5.0. I might send this back in. There's a number of indentations in the front cover, and I'll check the grader's notes, of course, but I think this is definitely
this
a
one,
candidate.
With a good press, this is a 6.0 all day.
Yeah, and there's enough value I can probably do this. Yeah, I forgot, so I'm going to call it a 5 as
Let's
is.
see what happens. That's not bad. Might not be worse than you're submitting.
Well, if it comes back a point higher, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So there was a pair of these books. This came from the same collection as that copy, and I thought they looked pretty much similar condition-wise.
This one got pressed.
That one I had the foresight to actually prepare. Yeah, you're right.
This one's nice.
This one a little bit better. I call this one a 5.5.
They both have a color breaking
corner crease.
Corner crease, and this one's half the size of the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, slightly nicer. I thought this was a 5.5. That one was a 5.0. So if this one comes back much nicer than a 5.5.
The only thing bad on this one is the staple wear, upper staple. 5.5, maybe a 6, but I'll stick with the 5.5 because of that dent.
Oh, knocked it out of the park and have white pages. Ooh,
Wow.
that's pretty, yeah.
Well,
I think the other one there is
it's
so close.
really the only flaw. Is this,
Yeah,
is
put them side by side and look at those two. I think they look very, very close. That other one might be like a 5.5 or a 6.
Yeah, it's got some funkiness.
It's a little bit of fading
color
at the top.
Yeah, what is
so
it?
I'm thinking that could be like a 5.5. But definitely those indentations should help.
That hurt it. Yeah.
So that book's not for sale yet. Wait till I correct those
What
issues.
you have, yeah. This one is. That's a great copy. I sold my 3.5 this weekend.
Yeah, nice.
I have 4.5 left.
Yep. Okay, here comes another #1 book. It's kind of a Frankenstein book, but I knew when I sent this in what I would
remember
get.
this.
Wait, what is it?
Is it another FF5?
No.
Oh, it's not that Frankenstein book.
No. You've never seen this book.
Okay.
And I think maybe a few of the viewers might know who had this book before me because it has a very, very noticeable defect.
Oh, that book. You showed this to me.
Did I?
Yep, we did. We had it on one of the Wednesday night openings. We didn't show it.
Oh, that's right. I brought it over that
Yeah,
one
because you
time.
did
That's
a
right.
facsimile.
That's right. So I did investigate and show the book. It's X-Men #1. Somebody cleanly cut like 2/3 of the cover off on this book.
Yeah.
Back cover is beautiful.
Very nicely they cut it.
That cover's beautiful though.
They just wanted the X-Men.
And I did check with CGC and I thought, well, if I get a facsimile and put it underneath that, and it looks very nice. I did get a facsimile cover. What would they do as far as slabbing that? And they would not slab it with that facsimile cover in there. If you do try to attach it, it's going to get a qualified grade.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, it does look very nice with the cover on. It's almost like a 3D effect. You get that kind of picture box effect because of how the page was cut right along these lines. But I do have a facsimile cover to sell with this book, and I will be eventually selling this one. But yeah, it's a blue label, 0.5, because most of the cover is busy. 0.5.
It's still a fun Frankenstein book.
Yeah. If you're in the market for FF #1 and can't afford the nosebleed prices, I mean, that's where the market's going towards.
Well, there's just a lot of these books are getting. It's not that people can't afford them; they don't want to spend that much.
Both, yeah.
You know, because that's a lot of these books. That's where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
you
want
get a little deep in some of these and the prices.
I start getting up around $20,000 on a book, and it's just I don't want to buy it. It just loses its appeal to me.
So timing is everything. I bought this book about a year ago. It just so happens to be the first appearance of Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
So as you know, they're doing the WandaVision show. So it became very hard to find these books. This was a CGC 7.0, but when I
this
bought
comic thing doesn't work. I'm like, this shoe business looks pretty promising.
I can sell a case of shoes
And
door to
I'm
door.
telling you get right on it.
Cheap, $2.98 a piece.
Yeah.
Imagine the profit margins on
Yeah.
that.
Make an extra $500
A year.
or 5 to 20 a week.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome money.
And you can get mugged on the way. I'm gonna sell that white salve cloverine stuff instead. I got my money on
Or
cloverine
Grit
salve.
magazine. I got
Grit.
I still got stacks of Grit magazines.
Believe it or not, there are people that did sell Grit. Every so often it comes up, and people can attest to selling that at one point.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone CGC's those. Anyway,
No.
there's comic guys right now hitting the dislike button. Just shut up and show the books.
Yeah. So I think it was a 7.0 CGC prior to the
It's way
CPR.
nicer than that.
I'm thinking this is probably a little bit
Juicing
better.
them up.
There's a little bit of water on the back, so I'm thinking it's a 7.5, but 7.5. But it is a white page. It's white page.
It is white
Yeah,
pages.
very
It's
nice.
a beautiful book.
Very nice.
So if you're in the market for a number 4, check this out. I'll put the link to Mike's eBay page. That we're going to sell this
Check
on.
the comments below
Yep.
in the About box. There's a link. You can contact me through that.
Yep. God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. I like those. That like the Hulk number 4. Those orange burst covers are just fantastic.
So what do you think Toad's thinking he's going to do with the tiny X-Men?
Look at that expression.
Yeah, I think he's got some ideas for them.
Especially,
Especially Iceman's going to get it especially bad, I think.
so I like these early covers of Marvels because they didn't quite have the colors right. Like, why is the Scarlet Witch green on that cover? Why was Doctor Doom green on the number 6 of Fantastic Four? And I think the Vanisher was the wrong color too. On X-Men number 2, he was like red instead of the other color. But anyways, they got their color palettes mixed up. The green Scarlet Witch.
It's a great idea.
Verity Witch. Yeah, so that's it. That was the 14 books in the Grail box. Not too
Really
shabby.
nice.
A couple of books that people probably drooled over to look at and hopefully have one day in their possession. So I've got, I think, 5 more boxes coming in. We'll be doing a couple more videos. I'm catching up here. I submitted like 160 books.
And what we've been keeping an eye on, and I don't know about the rest of you out there, but what is going on with CGT's lead time has affected what I'm buying to flip.
Good point.
Right now, I'm not buying anything older than 75 because
Yeah.
they're at 102 business days right now.
Yeah.
So that puts you like into May.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get a book like if you don't already have this at CGC, you're probably not going to make the movie.
Yeah. True.
It'll be too late. So if the movie's a hit, then
Yep.
you're all set. But if it typically they soften after the movie.
Yeah.
We've been looking at. I've been concentrating on stuff that's 75 and newer. So Eternals, obviously, books like that that are just easy enough to flip. So.
Yeah. It just affects me when I submit the books. It's just not worth right now to send in value to your books. It's just turnaround time is just way too long. It'll drop in the coming months over the winter, but for now, the Express, Standard, and some of the economy books are okay. They're coming back in a few weeks.
So do you find
like a month
I know what
ago.
I'm doing? Anything older than 75 that needs to be cleaned? I'm like, I'll clean that.
Yeah,
a
I'll
little
take
bit.
care of that
I push them
later.
off to the side and then I
Right.
clean everything else. So yeah.
Exactly.
So that stack of 300 that you had that was ready to go, what percentage of that you think is pre-75?
Almost all of it.
I know. Me too. I'm
Almost
thinking
all
of
of
the
it.
70-some books.
Except for the modern books, yeah.
Yeah, so luckily, as luck would have it, I think that last batch we just went over that I had was, I think, 30-some modern books.
Yeah.
And then I know you pulled a whole bunch too, so we should have at least 2 more subscriptions with that too.
Yep.
So.
But there's 5 orders coming back.
Yeah.
Modern, couple of standard, couple of economies.
Standard will be nice.
We have the Halloween special coming up.
Oh yeah.
We got the request back, I think it was February or March, but I managed to put together an entire pre-code Atlas horror box.
Nice.
Yeah, that was tough, man.
Yeah.
And I also have a all EC, if you're watching, Anthony, an all EC box also.
It's already out or going?
Already out.
Oh.
Already out. Like I said, I put
There you go, Anthony, get
165
ready.
books into their dumpster
Yeah.
a week ago at CGC, and they're all starting to come back right now.
It is nice. Once the pipeline gets full,
Yeah.
the wait time isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Because although you waited months for these to come back, you still have ones coming.
Oh, and we'll make this even longer. I should mention this. One of the boxes coming back, it's almost all single-digit Marvel issues, silver Marvel. So we're talking like, you know, early Fantastic Four, early Spider-Man, early X-Men. We're gonna try to do a unboxing video at a local comic shop, RHINO'S Collectibles. If you're watching this, so we're gonna try to do that here in a week or so when it comes back.
That would be a great one.
And if any of you are local or want to make a long drive, you can probably see it. We'll announce that.
Yeah.
We'll announce that.
Yeah, well, I'll make a promo video so that you can have time if you need to travel.
We'll have a live studio audience.
Yeah, the laugh track and everything. There'll be someone holding up applause signs and boo signs.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
So, all right, that's what we got for you. Till next time, we'll see you then.
Yeah. Bye.